time for Danny Bonaduce, life coach. Let us talk to Lynn in Bremerton. That's Lynn in Bremerton.
Wait, who brings us?
Thank you. I went right over it. That's brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Thank you, Will. All right, now let's talk to Lynn in Bremerton. Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning.
How are you?
Not good.
You don't sound that good. What's your problem this morning?
Well, I have epilepsy.
Right?
And we were in housing, and my son decided to troll online and find this guy to move out with and left me and my daughter stranded.
Wait. Your son? Is it your son you said moved out by finding someone online?
Yeah.
You didn't know him at all?
No.
Wow, okay, that's creepy and weird. But I've got to ask you something. I know a little bit about epilepsy. I used to date an epileptic in high school. And there's usually not anything that makes you sound a particular way, and that's not because of epilepsy. Is there something else wrong with you?
I think I'm going to have a nervous breakdown.
Okay. Have you been drinking this morning?
No.
No. Have you taken the medications that don't have anything to do with epilepsy?
Yeah.
I thought maybe. God, I'm good at my job.
Ativan.
You've been taking your Ativan, all right. You know, again, don't mean to be weird, but you don't sound like a person on Ativan. All right, so what is your problem? And let's see if we can diagnose this thing and cure it.
I've got my 21-year-old daughter at home who is, mentally delayed, and I don't know how the hell we're going to get out of this damn house.
Why do you want to get out of the house?
Because they gave us the 14-day notice.
All right, now, are you all paid up? What is it, your mortgage? Do you rent? What do you do?
We were due last month when Frankie stole all the cards and everything.
Okay, are you intoxicated right now, Lynn? Do you need help from somebody right this very minute?
No, I'm not. It's just the Ativan.
No, it's not. I know all about Ativan, and this ain't it. I think you're in need of some help. Right? Let's start right now with what other medications are you taking?
Topamax.
Topamax, and what's that for?
My seizures.
Your seizures, okay. I have a little experience, again, with anti-seizure medication. When you try and get off the bottle because you've been drunk for 30 years like I was, they give you anti-seizure medicines because they don't want you to fall and hit your head. Is that one of the things they're worried about, is you having an epileptic fit and hitting your head?
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, it sounds to me like you've got a lot of stuff going on that has to do with your life, a little bit more than epilepsy. So what is your exact question for me? How can I specifically help you?
Just, is there anybody out there in the world that can help us move? I'm willing to pay.
Well, I got to tell you this, Lynn. This makes me very nervous. You should know this. If you're willing to pay, there's moving companies. You don't need a special favor here. I think that you need to see an MD, and you need to go see your MD right now, and you certainly need to have your meds checked. I think either you're abusing the meds that you already have, or you're not taking the right meds. But I don't think that I can help you or anybody else can help you, because I don't think that your problem right now, I'm sure your problem is always going to be that you're an epileptic, but I don't think that that's the reason that you're in trouble this morning. I think, here's my call on this, that you're abusing your meds. You sound intoxicated. You sound slow. I think, how old of a person are you?
46.
Can you work with your current condition?
No. I've been diagnosed with epilepsy since I was 20.
I know all sorts of epileptics who work. Like I told you, I used to date a girl. Her name was Jerry, with an I. A fascinating young lady named Jerry back in high school. And she works, and people have fruitful lives and go on. I want you to call your doctor today and tell him that you want different meds. And I think hopefully he will do the right thing and take away some of your other meds that are causing this kind of cloudy judgment. But it is my humble opinion that you're not okay, and you're just a detox away from being fine. So good luck on that. And then once you're fine, you'll go, oh yeah, if I can pay someone to help me move, the whole world is my oyster. But you got to get this under control, Lynn. I appreciate the call, and I wish you'd call me back and say, hey, you're right. I got off some meds and on the right meds, and I'm feeling much better now, because I hope we were some assistance to you today. See you, Lynn.
If you've got a question for the life coach, you should be calling right now at 800-252-1025. Any kind of problem, Danny can help you. Just make that phone call this morning.
Yeah, who else do you know that's dated an epileptic? I did that just for you people. Maybe. Jerry's a wonderful girl, though.
800-252-1025. Brad in Seattle has sent an email to lifecoach@kzok.com. Brad writes, I'm a single dad, the father of a second grader, and I find myself attracted to my daughter's teacher. Just through small talk at conferences and other school events, I have learned that she too is a single parent. I would like to ask her out, but I don't know the rules of dating your kid's teacher, if there are any. Should I go for it, or would that be inappropriate?
All right, the person who's going to take exception to you dating the high school teacher or the second grade teacher is going to be your second grader. Dad, you can't date Miss Louise. You can't. You're so weird and stupid looking. That was my impression of a second grader. But no, I don't believe that there anything saying you can't date them. I believe that it's not encouraged, but I think it'd be really neat. I think you two on the surface with, this is just the information I have right this second, kind of made for each other. She's the healthy single mom of my kid. She's the teacher. Wouldn't that be awesome? And think of all the activities she knows and how to make all sorts of paper animals because she's already the second grade teacher. I think this chick is waiting for you. You should definitely, write her a little note, email her. That's the answer these days. You can email and you don't have to suffer this in front of people. And on the email, write, I didn't know how to approach you. Of course, I would approach you in person, but I didn't know the rules. So I am the dad of so-and-so, and I blah, 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 blah. And would you like to go have a cup of blah, blah, blah? Because I'd like to have a cup of blah, blah, blah with you. And later that night, maybe we could blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That's what I think you should do. But I think you should be above board and cool, and I don't think there's anything against it. I think this is awesome. Single dad meets the single mom teacher. I think you should go for this completely.
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, doesn't it? Isn't it like When Harry Met Sally or Big or something like that? It's something with Tom Hanks in it.
If you've got a question for the life coach, any kind of question, whether it's drugs and alcohol, problem at work, problem with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, 800-252-1025 or lifecoach@kzok.com. We have an email from Becky in Puyallup.
That's a fake name, isn't it? Yeah. Well, there are no real Beckys.
If you want to be a fake person, if you want to lie about your name, you could be Becky or Steve or any name you choose.
Cool.
So Becky writes, I have a job that requires doing a lot of business networking. Many of these events have alcohol at them, and I do like to drink, but due to a non-serious health issue, I need to cut out alcohol. How can I get through these events without drawing attention to myself? I used to drink beer, so soda water and lime is going to be suspect. Also, what can I say when people ask? Because I don't want to tell them about my health issue. A lot of people assume I'm pregnant, and I'm not.
Okay, listen to these words right here, eh? Will asked me if I'd like a soda.
Danny, would you like a soda?
I don't drink. Now they're going to go, hey, that's weird. I only offered you a soda. This is not as bizarre as you think, Becky. This is, you're sensitive about this. I think I don't drink is the stupidest thing. When people offer me something to drink, a beer or something like that, and I go, I don't drink. Well, they didn't ask you if you get thirsty, man. But you're saying, I don't drink alcohol. There's a lot of reasons not to drink alcohol. People are allergic. And you know what? And I don't think anybody's going to notice. Unless you were raging drunk, they used to take your shirt off at parties. If you drink soda water, really think all your coworkers are going, oh, man, what's wrong with Becky? She used to put a lampshade on her head and do weird stuff.
Imagine if I went out for like a KZOK happy hour and I didn't drink beer. And everyone would be like, oh, my God.
It'd be weird because you're the beer person. But I don't think we'd notice. I don't watch that closely, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to say anything.
Hopefully then.
Here's the way you don't drink at these functions. You don't drink. And if somebody goes, hey, you want a beer? Just go, nope. Don't even say I don't drink. Just say no. It was good enough for the Reagans. Just say no. And I don't think you're making way more of this than you have to. So just say, nope, thank you very much, and you'll be all good.
The next caller for Danny Bonaduce Life Coach is Buck in Anacortes.
Hey, Buck.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
My wife got diagnosed with MS.
Yeah.
And they got her on...
By the way, I'm sorry about that. I was just very cavalier and just said, yes. I'm sorry your wife has MS, man.
Well, what happened was she ended up with... she thought that she had a bad back.
Right.
And then it ended up... they found a bunch of lesions down her spine when we got MRIs done.
Oh, drag, man.
And so it's like she's on the steroid treatment right now. She just got back out of the hospital.
Right.
Actually, I got to take her back again today.
And why are you taking her back? By the way, Buck, turn off your radio. It's going to drive you crazy.
Okay.
So why do you have to...
I got it off. I got it off
cool.
right now.
Why do you have to take her back to the hospital today? What happened?
Well, she's got a tumor behind her leg from not being able to move.
Man.
So she's on blood thinners.
Right. Oh, I'm on them. I bruise all the time now.
Yeah, and so she's kind of shaky when she walks, and she's not, I'm asking you what the best thing I can do to deal with her mood swings off this.
I'll tell you a weird thing. I'll tell you something kind of weird on this book. And, I better make it out there that I'm not a professional, but I know exactly what I'm talking about this. And you'll be really surprised. My wife's on a bunch of medications, and she's starting to shake. What can I do? And one of those answers is more medication. Yeah, it's a surprise what a cocktail these people need. First thing you want to do is you want to go absolutely to your doctor, but he knows. And you know, of course, that these steroids that she is on are not the good kind. Nothing great is going to happen to your wife or you from taking her steroids. But yeah, she's going to have mood swings because, that steroids are a very weird thing. They're sometimes synthetic hormones and they're very odd, but they're easily stabilized. So take your wife to the doctor, say, hey, she's shaking, she's weird, she's jumpy, and he'll either take her off certain meds that are causing this, or he'll add certain meds that are made to stop that kind of behavior. But this is not that big of a deal. What the big deal is the MS. And right now, as we all know, there's no cure for that. That's a big deal. But there have been huge strides in that. They can stabilize that too. Almost when they find it, they can't stop it in its tracks, but they can come close. They can really slow it down. And if she doesn't have a bunch of symptoms of MS now, there's a very good chance that she won't. So the answer to the question that you bothered to ask me, which is my wife shakes and adds this kind of way and mood swings because of her meds, the answer in my book is going to be more meds. I believe that you're probably thinking it should be less meds, but I'll bet it isn't. I'll bet they'll say, hey, she needs the cocktail that we've given her, and there's an adverse reaction to them. Let's give her this that stabilizes adverse things. But, my friend Buck, this is all the right thing that's happening. You're going to the hospital, you're seeing your doctors, check on the MS. Steroids are the right way to go with that. And if there are mood swings, there are mood stablers she should take. Here's the answer to everything. Stay on it, which you've done, Buck, and you know what? She'll appreciate it. And good luck to you, man. All right, that's all the time we have right now for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. Thank you very much for joining us. Life Coach is brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Hey, call Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.